Alrighty, guys and gals, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Misty Mountain Gaming Channel, and welcome back to City Skylines, Season number 4. I will be your host this morning, this afternoon, this evening, tonight. Yes. And what are we looking at here? The most disgusting thing that I've ever seen in City Skylines. There was a reason we did this, but we're going to fix this. This is what we're working on first thing. We're going to sort this craziness out. The reason this looks this way is because we weren't able to purchase this tile down here. So I had to offset this because I changed this up. But we did purchase it, and we are going to change it up. And let me pause for a moment here and have a look. We do have some demand for some residents. Let's put some residents in. As I like to call them, taxpayers. Let's put some taxpayers up in here. Also, did we zone this in? Did we? Yeah, there is a district here. We did that. This is a separate district. I think, let me think. Where do I want to put some more people, man? I like how we're separating this. Also, by the way, if you have left a comment on the last video about wanting to be on Subscriber Island, I have not seen it yet because these videos are just on the weekends, right? City Skylines comes out on Sundays. And so I'm doing the video before this, before I've seen the comments, yes. Because I'm trying to stay ahead on stuff. This is only a couple of days. Today is actually Tuesday for me, or Wednesday, something like that. And the last video came out a few days ago. Anyway, if you're interested in living on Subscriber Island, let me know. This is going to get a lot bigger. It's going to change. It's going to look a lot nicer. Right now, we have Tara Summer Cottage. That's Miss Tara. She's living in there. We have Phonojam Stewart. I'm on a first-name basis with my subscribers. Okay, that's the kind of relationship that I have with my subscribers. You guys like, ooh. And this is my man, Rye. Rye has been a long-time subscriber and commenter on my City Skylines episodes. I have a personal belief that Rye is a master City Skylines builder. He denied it once, but I don't believe him. It's all a lie. I've got a sneaky suspicion that Tara is also. She's either a straight-up stalker or she is a master City Skylines builder, or both. Anyway, if you want to live out here, let me know. I should see the comments from last video before the next one. Yeah, we'll get some people out there if they so desire to live out there. But let's get some residents here. I think what I'll do, I'll just so we did unlock high density residential, and I think we have some unusual area right here. So I think what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, let me think about. I think I want to put some high residential. We're going to put a... Did you spit it out, Porky Pig? We're going to put some high residential in here. Yes, we are. I'm going to fill this in. High residential takes care of quite a bit of demand. I'll use my marquee tool here. We're just going to do that. We're going to get some unusual stuff. But let's see how much it takes care of this high demand right here when I unpause. We have a little bit of demand for some... commercial, but I'm not going to go with the high density because the high density commercial creates a lot more noise than the low density, and people, they're not going to be down with it. They're going to get sick, move out, complain. Frickin' complainers. Let's see how that works out. I'll actually leave it unpaused and let that build. Anyway, no, I have to pause it. We're going to go right now, and we're going to break this. I'm going to break all of this. Wasting some money. That's what we do on the channel. I put things in for anybody potentially following at home. It's just a nightmare. They're just like, you know what? I don't want to... I'm not following at home anymore. This guy's a lunatic. There we go. So if you're wondering what I did there, I used the page down key with the bulldozer because I had a tunnel, and I just erased that. Page up, page down. Elevates you up or down. Alrighty. These people will all correct themselves. So I've got to take this back significantly far. And while I am in this view, I think I'm going to change up the highway here. Well, I can only change it up to here because I can't purchase another tile yet. Let me think about this. It's kind of weird, and I had this trouble in Season 1. I actually used the same map, and that was unintentional. I thought I'd never played on this map. I had some bridge crossings here. Yeah, we had like a neighborhood and stuff happening down here. I do have access to the railroad. That's not too much of... It's not that big of a deal yet, but we're going to take advantage of this railroad with some industry, I think. I don't know. I always seem to lose a ton of money on the railroads. And if you guys have played this game, let me know if you've had the same experience. Like the railroad costs... I mean, it kind of balances out because you're making money in other places. But when you look at that view, like down here... It always seems to be a big, giant negative. For now. Anyway, let me see if I can focus up, concentrate here. How... Oh, I can fix this. I can fix this road. This has been broke forever because it was too close to the border. Let's actually do this. We can do that now. Oh, let me check on this really quick. Oh my god. This one is full. And this one is emptying. This is a massive problem. Did I unlock incinerators? Yes, I unlocked incinerators, bro. Okay, problem solved. We're gonna put a few of these in. They are much more efficient. I'm gonna unpause and let these go green. And you should see our garbage processing status. Yes. Very nice. Okay, we're going to empty this one. And then we're going to get rid of these. Is this done? This is completed. So, goodbye. You cannot delete a landfill until it is finished emptying. Move that one over here, these recycling centers, and move this one. So the way that I move that, if you want to move something in the game, you click on it, and then you use this relocate building tool. But you cannot do that with landfills or cemeteries. Now, it's not like these are super clean, but I think they're cleaner than the landfills. And I'll eventually have these on this side of the road. We may move this all together in the future because it does create pollution and kills. Let me actually look here. Let's see how close the pollution is getting. If you go to this pollution thing right here, yeah, it'll show you. So we're okay here. It's actually killing a little bit of this, but I think we're fine. You do not want this near your citizens or too close to your water inlets. Holy moly. Okay, we're fine. If this was touching here, they would suck up ground pollution and make everybody sick. I know I'm a little distracted right now, but I'm just got to make sure we're flowing and showing here. Whoop. Jail capacity. Let's put a few more jails in here. You can see our residential went all the way down. That little block of high residential. And I'll show you what that does. But this feels like a good potential... No, it doesn't. I don't want it on that road. We're going to put a larger one in. A police... This one has patrol car capacity of 10. This one has patrol car capacity of 25. Let's put a larger one in. I don't usually like building on these collector roads, but I feel like that is kind of centered, and they can come out and do a U-turn. I think they can do a U-turn there, but they're on it immediately. Okay, back to the task at hand. Mr. Distraction Boy. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, these are my coal power plants. These have to move. These do have to move. I don't know why they are there. We're going to move these down this way. That'll actually clean this area up. So, last episode, I showed you guys that I did get a couple of add-ons. I'm going to show you the mods and add... Let me keep this paused because traffic is despawning here. I will show you mods. I'm going to call them add-ons because I'm so used to Warcraft. Any add-ons I get, I will show you what they are. I'll also skip over super annoying songs. I hate that song. It's It's terrible. But right now, what we're using, we're mostly vanilla. It's only showing these two, Find It and Picker. But I do have a mod, an add-on called No Need for Power Lines. And I love it. It's what it does is eliminate. It does exactly what it says. You don't have to run these giant power lines, which I think should only... I only think of seeing these like out on highways and stuff, off where it's cut. You ever see like the forest off the highway and they've got a big thing cut through the middle and you have these big giant power lines. They don't have smaller ones, so I like that add-on. Anyway, focus up, man. Focus up, bro. So let's go find my cloverleaf. Nope. It's called Ease something. This is a custom asset I created. It is in the workshop if you're interested. But we looked at it. And it's not like it's super amazing. It's okay. But it's not... I think it's better than what the game gives you, the vanilla one that the game gets you. But if you're interested, it's called Ease Highway T into 4 lanes. So creative with the name there. All right, let me bring this out a little bit. This might be a little tricky to line up here. But I'm going to rework this highway anyway. Okay, so I can swing that. Let me turn... Can I turn everything, my snapping off here? Why is it like rotating like that? Do I hold control? Do I have a fine tune? Alt, shift. Oh, interesting. No, it actually doesn't work. Sometimes in a game, if you're trying to rotate something and you hold control or shift or alt, you can get this fine tuning. How do I know it's straight here, man? All right, how am I going to do this? That's kind of close. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to take this back because I'm going to rework this highway a little bit. It's kind of wasteful how that's working. I'll go back to the junction. Is that straight? I'm going to pop it in. I feel like that... Okay, that is straight. That's fairly straight. I don't know if it's perfect. Yeah, so I just reworked the vanilla one. This one is a little bit wonky, but I've got plants and flowers and shit like that in there that people might like. Feel free to use it if you want. Make improvements to it. Or if you've got custom assets, if you've designed something, let me know what the name of it is. I'll look it up on the workshop and maybe we'll use it in the build. I would love to see some of that. Rye, Master Builder. Terra, Master Builder. My other viewers, Master Builders. Let me know. All right, we'll work from here. We'll work off of this. So what we're going to do, I'm going to break that and that. I'm just going to rework this road. So I'm going to use my picker tool, my handy dandy picker tool. Puts the highway in. So right here, what I'm going to do... Tara, I know you like me better on this side. Stalker. I've got to go back on this side only because... You can't see what I'm doing over here. Lock that in. Resume game. Yeah, so highway in my hand. What I'm going to do is the curved road tool right here. I'm going to select that. Then I'm going to come out. Actually, we're going to go freeform. Use the freeform right here. What this allows me to do, and let me turn everything off right here. I can kind of work this in. Just more of like a kind of a natural thing. It's not the best. I think I can do better than that, but I think I'll leave it. Now, there is another add-on that I love. It's the parallel road tool. If you're somebody with a little bit of OCD, like I'm pretty sure I've got a little bit of that maybe, because I tend to do things over and over. What if I just did this straight? Terrible. Curved road? Let me try the curved road tool here. The problem is this needs to come out further. I might move this again. Let me go straight road tool from here. I got to turn everything back on. All right, I can use this now that I know where it is. I can use this to line it up a little bit better. Yeah, it needs to come out significantly further. Finagle, a.k.a. Mulligan. Get rid of this. Got to redo this. One thing I have to have right is the freeway. Like, the way that the vanilla game puts their freeways in. Look at this. Just ridiculous. Ridiculous. I can't do it. So we'll use this as a guideline. And what I'm going to try to do is just line this up. No, what the hell? Don't snap there, man. A little bit tricky right here. I think I should have stuck with what I was doing before. Let's do it this way. Let me try it this way. This is going to be painful to watch. What does that do for me? No. That's a little bit better. I feel like that is a 90. That's pretty close right there. Let's do it this way. That's pretty close. But then I can, we'll run this back. And I can get a bit more gradual here. So now if I use the highway, let's see if the curved road tool will work here. What you'll sometimes get is when you bring this out, once it finds the correct, like the natural angle, you'll get a blue line that extends from here, but I'm actually not seeing it. But let me try straight first. I really wish I had my move it. It's not really going to line up. Let me do the freeform tool, I guess. So I'll come out straight just a little. Oh, it's terrible. Look at that. So if I had move it, I could grab this node and literally move this a little bit. Hence the name. Well, I'm not giving up on this. I think I can make this work here. All right, I'm going to live with that. That's good enough, I guess. Freeform tool. I'm just going to try... turn off everything. Turn off all of your guidelines, all of your snap twos if you're using the freeform tool, because what you can do, you can see you can kind of match the distance up. So I'll lay it in, and then I'll just try... Okay, it's not perfect, but I think I can live with it. I'll just let it go, because I can sit here literally for an hour. But I got people watching me, man. So for here, this industry area, now is the time for me to take advantage of another separate cloverleaf here, or highway access. So trucks don't have to come over here anymore. So we're going to take this back. We're going to redo this bridge. Bridges can be, bridges are kind of fun to do. I think they're kind of fun to do. So let's think about it. Do we want to think ahead and do a four-way? I could have done a four-way, but we didn't. I think we're going to be expanding this way. I'm not sure how we're going to expand, but there is another railroad up here. So let me think. What I could do here, I could put the cloverleaf, or whatever the three-way junction, highway junction is. We do four-way or three-way over here. And then I can just make the road kind of do not a super sharp turn. No, that still doesn't work. I need it actually right here. What am I going to do here? Let me think about how the best way to do this. These are kind of large. Let me look at the vanilla. If you go to roads, go to intersections. There's my custom ones. This is the three-way that the game gives you. It's pretty damn large. It is pretty large. It's actually not much larger than mine, but this is what I used to redo. You can see the difference, the changes I made. And I actually have another one, but I guess I don't have them enabled. We'd have to do a lot of reworking here. What really needs to happen is this road needs to push back. Because ideally, I'd like to come out straight. Turn all of, go to the straight road tool here, turn everything back on, guidelines and all that. That way it pops out to a 90. And you can use these roads as a guideline. By the way, if you lay a road in and the arrows are the wrong way, all you have to do is right-click on that road, and it will reverse your arrows for you. I came out way too far there, though. So let me see here. Yeah, it would have to come a lot further back. Could use my amazing one. Well, that's what we're going to do then. Because these roads, honestly, are not really necessary. These roads here. We can rework this a bit. And I can move this. Might upgrade this to a 4-lane road. I think we're going to do a whole bunch of moving around here, man. We're going to move the fire station here. Actually, we'll put it over here so they still have coverage. Put it right on in there. Let's move. These are our coal power plants. I'm going to put them out here for now. I think they were actually over there. Yeah, they were already here. And then we'll move this. We'll move the recycling center. I'll just move it down because this is going to change up anyway. Now, I can't do anything about that because it is emptying. So we're kind of stuck there. But this other stuff, easy to move. And we are going to move it. Just trying to keep it far away. Is that... I'm going to be paused this whole time, so I'm just going to leave it like that. This isn't going to create any additional pollution because it's paused. So, but however, this road right here, we're going to upgrade, and I'm going to break all of this stuff. But progress, man. That's what you have to do. So to upgrade a road, if you have a 2-lane in, you want to upgrade it or downgrade it, you just go pick the road you want, and go to this exclamation point, upgrade road. You can even call it what it's actually called, an exclamation point, and not what I said. And we'll redo all that. There we are. That feels a little bit better. Now it's like this main, larger collector road. All these are going to be stop signs, and I'm going to change all of those. As a matter of fact, these intersections are way too close together. I don't want them that close together. We're going to D-zone this stuff here. Oh, it actually didn't break that. Let's D-zone this. So go to our zoning, go to D-zone. There's a couple of different ways to do this. And we're just going to get rid of that. That looks like it doesn't need to be there. Yeah, I don't want to zone on these squares here because it creates a massive, it creates a lot of problems in your traffic because they can't, somebody coming this way, they have to make a U-turn or go somewhere else and vice versa. We're just going to leave that open like that. And let me look at these junctions really quick. Junctions. Oh, yeah. Do a stop sign. Let's see, who do we want to have the right of way here? Doesn't need to be there. That's fine. I think we'll give the right of way. Yeah, it definitely needs to be like this, like 100%. Those need to be stop signs. And then here, we're actually going to tie the highway into here. So we're going to fix that up. Okay. Now, give me my thing. Could still make it work. I think I'm gonna go back into the asset editor and take that, make this. The piece at the top that collects here, make it a little bit shorter, and it would work a little bit better. So I don't have to jump back much further. Let's see if I can get this lined up here. So I'm going to have to eyeball this a little bit. Now I see a problem. That right-hand side of the highway, I'm going to have to... Damn it, it keeps snapping over there. Damn it all. Some of my World of Warcraft viewers might know what that is. Okay, that's kind of close. Now, just a suggestion. If you ever put a road in like this, you got a space, but it's a short distance, go ahead and delete and just lay the road in fresh. It actually didn't line up perfectly, but I'm going to have to live with it. The reason is sometimes you'll get wacky nodes, and it'll cause traffic to do some pretty oddball things, but it's definitely not perfectly straight. But it's just a little bit off, and I think I'm okay with it. So the thing I was talking about is now we have this. So I think what I might do, we may just turn this road. It's going to run really wonky and crazy, do some kind of crazy S. But I really want the industry trucks to have their own access to the highway. It works out much better. Yeah, this didn't line up exactly, but it's close enough, right? That's pretty damn close. And then we'll tie this stuff back in. And honestly, what I might do here, I think I'm going to elevate this road for the garbage trucks. They don't need to cross the highway because this is major traffic for the industry. So I think I'm going to have an elevated road. That way the highway trucks can roll in and out. The garbage trucks, they can go up and down and across without disturbing traffic here. So the way to do this, we delete these two. I want my elevation step all the way down over here. The game always likes to keep it up super high. Just click it once and twice. Pick the road you want. Actually, we'll use our blue lines here. See those blue dotted lines? So we'll get kind of close here. Let's see. How do I want to do it? Okay, I can get right. I'm going to go right to the edge of the zone. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. I'm going to drag it across, and I'm going to click. Then I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3 to ground level, and I want to pull it out. That goes to 1120. See if I can match it on this side. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. 1120. It's perfect. Perfect. Worked out perfectly. Yeah, that keeps an intersection from forming there. And then I want to take that back a little bit because, like I said, you don't want junctions too far apart. And if the road, if it's too close, you actually won't be able to put the road back in there. So this is going to clear up. We're going to get rid of this damn thing soon. And our garbage might actually completely move away from here. I don't know. We'll see. So that's tied back together. This isn't super efficient, what's happening here. So what I might do right here, right now. Right here, right now. That song, every time I say that, I sing that stupid song. I don't know, some people might enjoy it. Let me look at the junctions here really quick. I just work things out in my head as I'm going. I'm not a professional Skylines player who like work things out before they even start recording. Not me. Sometimes I'll have a basic idea of what I want to do, but I just wing it. You're like, oh, we can tell. Keep a stop sign there. All right, so now we have these large collector roads. We think of them like main streets rolling through here. Keeps traffic flowing. It's a higher speed limit. And then they feed off to these little local roads. And the same thing for here. So now our industry trucks can flow right in and out of this little industry zone. Now, what we have to do is figure out how to tie these two roads back together. And it's going to be wonky because I don't own this square yet. So I can't do anything out here. Like, I can't run this straight across. Eventually, it probably will come straight across, and I'll rework this highway a little bit or change it up. One of these I probably should have put a four-way intersection in here. This actually might change in the future. so that it comes down this side too, but for right now, we'll leave it like this diamond or whatever it's called. Anyway, for right now, let's grab the highway. I'm going to have to do my freeform tool, I think is what I'm going to use here. This is going to be... this is going to be rough. Let's get a bridge. Now, what I'm going to do right now is level this. Because you guys saw the trouble I had with the subscriber island bridge. So go to landscaping. Go to level terrain, which is this one. And what you want to do here, let's get a big brush. You want to right click at the terrain height you want. So I'm going to right click here and then hold left click down and I'm going to level this up. I'm going to try to get it the same height here. We're going to change all of this up. Hopefully the water won't go too crazy. Let's take the intensity up right here, the brush strength. I'm going to take it up 1, and I'm going to take the brush size down 1. This makes it go a little bit faster. Now, this does cost quite a bit of money, depending on how much you're doing, so be careful. Okay, so I've got that height set. So I'm going to right-click again. I'm going to hold this down, and I'm going to come over here, left-click, and we're going to smooth all of this down to the same height. So hopefully the bridge, when it crosses, won't be too damn wacky. And I said I wasn't going to do a lot of leveling, but it does create some pretty significant problems. For bridges and roads and such. Getting a phone call. I wonder if it could be spam. It's all I get, man. All I ever get for phone calls is spam. I talk to my friend Karen, but we talk on Messenger. It's free. I don't even know why I have the damn cell phone anymore. I'm actually thinking about, like, getting rid of it, seriously. Okay, now what about this side? Let's see here. I feel like I need to do the same thing here because the bridge is going to cross back over. And if it's too, like, see how sharp that edge is there? What we can do is smooth it out a little bit. And I'll show you how to do that. So if you come to this soften terrain, just hold it down. Let's take the brush strength all the way up and a big giant brush. What it'll do is try to, well, it'll soften it up, just what it says it's going to do. How much money am I going through here? It's not terrible. And it's not super, it's not actually working that well. Good enough. Okay, so that's relatively the same height. It's relatively the same height, yeah. That's the words I chose. This is going to be difficult. I'm going to have a sharp turn. I think that was kind of a waste. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the sharp turn. I'm going to use my curved road tool right here. I'm going to come out. This is just going to be that is terrible. I got to come out further than that. Come out to here. Let's see what we get here. This is going to be an interesting bridge. What does that look like? All right, I'll rework this bridge. Get this up a little bit. That's a pretty sharp turn for a highway, no doubt. Banned from the 90s. They might still be around. I've used that joke before, and I'll use it again. Now, this is where my parallel road tool would be amazing. What the parallel road tool does, it allows you to grab both of these at the same time, and whatever design you make, it perfectly matches the other lane, and then you just have to reverse it. But we don't have that. So let me see if I can get this kind of close. A little bit too far. Come out to here. A little bit too far. Come out to here. Kind of like trial and error. Nope. Come out to here. Horrible. How am I going to do this? I might have to do the freeform tool. Let me try the freeform tool. And I'll come from this side. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Turn everything off here. Turn all of my guides and stuff off. Why is it trying to snap right here? I don't want any snapping, my man. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to make this work here. Can I do it this way? Maybe this is the way to do it. Why is it trying to grab the node? This is horrible. Oh my god. Well, if I can get the road to kind of match like that, I'll just rework it. I'll have to change the... I can change the height. Oh my god. This is another thing where Move It would be amazing. If I had Move It, I could click this node and just literally move it right up. But I can't. I can't do it. I can't handle it. You guys are used to this on the channel. How else could I do this, man? Wait a minute. What am I doing? Why don't I just use a four-way right here? Have you guys been yelling at the screen the whole time? I know you have. You're like, why don't you use a four-way intersection, man? Use a diamond, or whatever it's called. Let's do that. Let's do that. It's right here. It's right here, and I don't have to rework it that much. And I do have a bridge there, so it's not really even a problem. No, not that. Go back to this one. Oh, this is way easier. Why didn't I just do this, dude? Why didn't I just do this, man? Pretty close. Sometimes it's hard to tell. I try to get a perfect overhead on it, while also lining the top one. The top one's a little bit crooked anyway. Boom. Let's just do that. Trial and error. Turn everything back on. Go back to the straight road tool. And just connect them. Now, for here, this is a little bit wonky, but you can just do that. You can just do that. Otherwise, it'll flash at you the whole time. Yeah, we'll just do that. And then... was that kind of straight? It's not too bad. But now I've got to do... This can be kind of a pain trying to work your highways back in... Working your highways into like a four-way. What I usually try to do is just get it kind of close. And then use little one-ways, because you can't snap that in like that. So what I usually try to do is just get it kind of close. Then I'll use the best thing to use. I was going to use a highway on and off ramp, but let's use a two-lane one-way road. These right here. Two-lane one-ways. Because otherwise it messes, you kind of lose... You lose the lane management here. So... I know it looks kind of wonky, but it does work. It does function. So I can see potential problems here at this intersection. A roundabout probably wouldn't be bad. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. This is going to be the whole episode, I'm pretty sure. So now... We've got to tie back in here, and I could put another four-way in, or I could just... I think what I'm going to do is just try to curve. I'll take advantage of the curved road tool here, if I can. Let's take that back a little bit. So I want to come out... Just kind of come out to... Why is that so? We'll deal with this when I unlock this tile. We'll straighten that road out right there, but I'm just going to leave it for right now. Let's see how bad the wonkiness of the terrain is here. Let's level terrain. Oh my god. Okay, let's do it this way. I'm going to push this right out. This might give us some issue with the water. Hopefully not much. I just want to do this where the highway is going to be. Otherwise, it's going to be wonky as hell. All right, how bad is that? Yeah. Let's fix that. Yeah, let's fix that. And then I'll smooth it from here. So I'll go to my soften terrain. We'll just do this, and we'll kind of gradually pull it back a little bit so the change isn't massive. Okay, that should work. We also have an interesting area here now with this elevated height. So highway, curved road tool. Now this probably is, it's not, yeah, it's too far away to say, okay, here, now is the time to click and bring it over. So I'm gonna have to just kind of guess, and I don't. Let's see what this works out to. Fine, I'll take that. I should have done the inside first. I always make this mistake. But I roughly came out to there. I'm dropping it in. We're gonna leave it like that for now. It's not completely unrealistic. And as you can see, this isn't horrible because we leveled it out. So good enough. Unpause the game. Are we all set up? Traffic will readjust. I had a lot of traffic despawn because I had this disconnected, but it should pop in. And we'll keep an eye on how this works here. And as you can see, so this is the vanilla version. I think I have a cloverleaf where I fixed like how this crazy... It seems like just too much. I think I fixed this using the Move It add-on. I fixed some of this, redesigned it. Some of this. I wouldn't call it inefficient, but... I mean, that's what they look like. There's so many different styles and designs out in the real world. And I love content creators who actually try to mimic some of this. And some of those guys, man, like Biffa, they... City Planner Plays, those guys like are fucking pros, and they know how to work the mods and mimic stuff in real life. Anyway, let's let this run, and we'll keep an eye. Oh, this is a light. I don't want a light here. I just want a stop sign there. Stop sign. So keep that in mind. I mean, you can have lights wherever you want. I just find that the AI without lights, it will function. Sometimes a light is warranted. Like this is probably, that actually probably warrants a light. But unless you're having major problems, I would just keep the light out, just use stop signs. And even if you don't use stop signs, the AI, it's still going to work. Stop signs here and here though. And that doesn't, does that make sense? I guess it. I think you need to yield to the larger road, right? So I'll just leave it like that. Okay, we got a little demand for some commercial, some resident. Let me pull my mic down. Sorry if it makes a bunch of noise. And we're ready for a little bit more industry, and that's what we're going to do right now. Let's make sure we're in the right zone. Yeah, it's still zoned in here. Wonderful. Let's keep this stuff flowing and showing in here. And we'll just come on this side. We'll just go 4x4. Got some wonky stuff happening. We can get rid of that and that. Don't need that little zone there. So by taking, if I had left these roads connected, you would have traffic would just be, it would start to get stupid. In my opinion, this is probably even a little bit too close. That might be, that's like the bare minimum. But don't have your intersections too close. Now, I think it's different in residential neighborhoods. I don't think it matters that much, but anywhere you have heavy traffic, try to limit the amount of how close together your intersections are. But it looks okay for now. How are we doing here? Yeah, I literally paused the whole time, so this is... It's going to empty. It's 80, so you can see this is how far we have to go. And as soon as it's finished emptying, we are getting rid of it because we did unlock these incineration plants. And, you know, it's not like these things are clean. They are not clean at all. But these are just such a hassle to mess with and manage. But oh boy, see how close that pollution is now? Oh my gosh. Let's get these. I can move these. Let's get this stuff away from our... I know it's not really a green area over here, but it's greener than generic industry, that's for sure. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put just a couple roads right here. The only reason I'm doing this is to allow essentially trucks to kind of make a... If they come out of here, or they could just do different stuff. They have a way to turn around. I actually don't think it matters. If a truck comes out of here, I think it can go left or right. But I kind of like doing that. It's a little bit more realistic, perhaps. Yeah, way too close. So all this is going to be killed off here, but it'll come back. This stuff disappears fairly quickly. But you can see the industry trucks rolling in and, you know, but it's working. As long as it's flowing, it's fine. And you can look at your traffic flow if you want by going here and then going to, where do I see it? Right here, traffic. So the areas that are red doesn't mean that you have a traffic jam. It just means that's a high volume flow. That's where the computer detects the most flow is. And what do we have going on here? So this might have something to do with the this high residential that I put in, these people moving in. One thing I've discovered about this game, shit like this, the traffic AI is just really poorly designed. People, they just cut over. It can create massive, massive problems. And one of the things I actually enjoy about this game is managing traffic. That might sound a little weird, but there are challenge modes in this game where you try to fix traffic problems. It's actually in the main menu. It's a different way to play the game, and I've done a few of those. I can't remember exactly what it's called. So this is a one-lane on-ramp or off-ramp, however you want to look at it. There is a way that I could fix this. It would slow traffic down, but I could make this 2 lanes. And it would make more sense because it feeds into a 2-lane. But this should, yeah, it should work itself out. You know, whenever you lay a high residential neighborhood in, you do have like this influx of cars and things that will come in. So that's probably what that is. But let's take a look at our high residential place. This feels okay. Got a police department across the way. We might actually move that. And I like the elevation. This is more realistic. You know, you see that in real life, but you've got this higher residential stuff, and this will level up. Let's put a little park in here. We'll put a, I'm just going to go with the handy dandy dog park. Nah, I don't want it on that road. I don't want it on the collector road. Let's put it, I'll put it here. We'll put it off to the side facing this way. That will help these buildings level up. Speaking of level up, let's take a quick look at our land values here, which is the money sign, the land value. So the greener it is, the higher the land value. So we put our own little custom park in here, and as you can see, it's affecting these people. And land value affects your citizens' happiness, and I think it might have something to do with education. I can't actually remember. I'm sure some of my City Skylines folks would probably know exactly what it does. If you're zoomed into your city, every once in a while you'll see stuff like this, and it'll be all over the place. It happens. This is one of the reasons why I don't jump on demands right away. Because one thing I've learned about this game is, like, they'll have a super high demand for residential. Or, I mean, I've seen some City Skylines builders, and it's just literally just a sliver, and they'll say, okay, I've got a super high demand, let's get on this, and they'll zone a whole bunch of residential. But what I find happens is the game gets kind of out of balance, and you get all these people in, and they're not educated, because it takes time to educate your citizens, and then all your commercial buildings are going, hey, we don't have enough workers. We don't have enough educated workers, specifically. So just don't be afraid to, you know, just kind of ignore these things. You don't have to jump on them Just let your city kind of balance out. Let your citizens become educated. If you've got a high demand for commercial, especially commercial, you can let commercial ride because this is what happens. And then you end up, the building goes abandoned because they didn't have enough workers. You're like, well, you were screaming for more buildings, but we don't have people to put in them. Now, there are mods that you can get that will, the buildings will employ undereducated people or overeducated people. That's a way to mess with it. But my strategy is just, you know, I don't really jump on it too quickly. What's going on here? Is this a light? Oh, I like to see the parking on the side of the road. I don't like to see it in real life, but I like to see it in the game. So what we might do here, since we've started this high density, we may bring this right on down to Funky Town. This whole place right here might be high residential. Is that a... That is a recycling center. I think because they were having trouble getting over here. Let's be proactive, and let's say this road's going to come out. It's going to come out this way. And I actually wouldn't mind that being a four-way right there, but I'm going to create some more options for people who work here, or maybe these garbage trucks. Just another option for them to get into this neighborhood, because this is going to have to move. But let's see what that did with the traffic light there. Since I had a road connected, it shouldn't have put a light there. It didn't. But I feel like we need stop signs here. I'm actually going to put a light here. This is a collector into a collector, this large T. I think that warrants a stop sign. Where we have this collector into local roads, I think just like a yield, you know, just stop. Leave that like that. Oh, I got one here as well. This is something I kind of have to stay on top of it. I'll put a light in there too. Anyway, I have a 4-lane into a 4-lane, I think I'm going to put a light in. It makes a little bit more sense. Like this one probably needs a light, and this is fine right here. Stop signs there. Yeah. Okay. What are we doing on time? Oh, we're closing in on an hour. We're going to have to wrap it up. So that was kind of a major rework we did there, but it was necessary. Now, I wasted a good, what, 20 minutes trying to do whatever I was doing over here. And I'm looking at this island here. When I purchased this tile, what I probably end up doing, I could possibly tie these together, make this one large thing, and then we'd have plenty of room for our people who want to live on Subscriber Island. But I mean, I could take advantage of it right now. One thing I will do before I do that is pause the game, or save the game, because raising the land up that high in water will cause flooding. And I don't really want to do that. I have flooded some cities before. Yes, I have. I think it worked out nicely. And I'm thinking about this here. What I might do is just line this with trees and not build in this area. Kind of make it like people are coming into the neighborhood. They're not bombarded with billboards and buildings, Starbucks or whatever. Let's actually do it right now before we close the episode out. Let's go into... where is it? It's in here. Let's go to trees. Let's look at large trees. What do these look like? This may not really fit the vibe. That's not too bad. Let's get rid of that one. Now, if I saw a tree that I liked, like this, I could use my picker tool over here. Click on my picker. Click on it. It puts it right in my hand. I think we will use these. These are kind of cool looking. Now, in real life, I don't think that like a city or a town would allow a massive tree on a corner because it blocks what you're able to see. But here, I'm allowing it. I'm allowing the danger. Because I'm the mayor and I can do whatever the hell I want to do. There we are. I think that looks a little better, man. A tree-lined road. I love a tree-lined road. Yes, I do. And there's another add-on that I've used past Let's Plays. It's like the... I think it's the line tool. where I could literally put one of these down and then drag, and it would space them perfectly evenly, but that looks cool. Oh, and it actually matches. I didn't realize I had put these into the asset that I used here, that I created. That's right. But I am genuinely curious if any of you have custom assets and you have them up on the workshop, or you want to potentially create one. Let me know what the name of it is. I would be happy to look it up in the workshop and use it somewhere in the city. I think that would be amazing. It could be a park. It could be a house. You could rework one of these junctions. And if you can figure out a better way to get like a diamond interchange or one of these three-ways into like a collector road, like a better junction, please let me know what that is if you've created it. And if you don't know anything about the asset editor, there are some tutorials on it. It seems a little overwhelming at first, but it's really not that much to it, and it's a lot of fun to do. And if you're going to use the asset editor, it's probably a good thing to have mods like Move It, Anarchy, and things like that. And there are a whole bunch of guides on how to use those. I know just basically how to use them. I'm not proficient enough or know enough about them to like make a tutorial on them. I just know enough to where I can shift things around and look cool. Anyway, I like this. I like this here a lot. Anyway, I think we have to wrap this up. Everything is flowing. I don't see any traffic problems. Let's check really quick. Electricity, still good to go. Let's look at our water. We're still in the green, but it won't be long. Garbage, beautiful. Look at the garbage processing now, and the landfill is going away. Let's actually check on this. It's okay. It's like half full. How about healthcare? Healthcare is fine. We only have one sick citizen. We're kind of spread far apart. We might put a large hospital in here. And as a matter of fact, while I'm looking at it, this seems like a good place right here in the middle. Probably end up moving this, but let's do that. A large hospital right there. Look at all the people. Like, we love that. Fire safety. So you can see we don't have the best coverage right here. So let's put a little small. We'll put a small station right here, kind of close to this, not on it, but close to this collector road. Turn those people green there. Turn them into the Hulk. Good to go on crime. It's good to go. What about education? This is something to definitely keep on top of. So elementary schools, we're nice. I feel like we're spread out fine here. These people are uneducated because they're new. They haven't had time to get uneducated. But they should be covered by these schools. We'll keep an eye on it. High school, we have plenty of room there. We did unlock a university. We have not put a university in, and I have a lot of people eligible. That's something I have to get started on, and I can make a choice. I could go with, I'll probably go with the vanilla university in case anybody doesn't have add-ons. I have like the park life and stuff, so I have, it's not MIT, it's MTI. It just looks a little bit different, but we'll think about where we might want a university, and I'm thinking this area out here. This is going to move. We might create a little university theme in here. If I can remember to do it, that's exactly what we're going to do. Anyway, let's do this. Let's get me off the camera. Let's do a little cinematic view here. Let's see what we get. Sometimes we usually end up like way out in the sticks or on a remote highway and not actually in our city. Not too bad. It's coming along nicely. Just winging it. I always do. I hope you guys and gals are enjoying the series. One of my favorite games. There we go. This is what we usually get. It doesn't matter how big my city is. It's always out on the highway. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. You guys and gals take care, and I will see you next week. Peace.